Trigonometry.
Hello everyone, this is Sania Begum from 10th standard. So as you all people know that we are going to cover a new chapter in our mathematics, that is our 11th chapter, trigonometry. So here I am going to present you all the basics and all the formulae of this chapter before we cover it. My dear friends, we might be thinking that trigonometry is one of the toughest chapter ever, but believe me, it is one of the simplest chapter. So first thing which I am going to tell you that trigonometry is a Greek word, and when we split it we get two words. One is trignon and the other is metron. Trignon and metron. So basically a trignon is nothing but a triangle. Triangle is a figure with three sides. So as we know that there are two words in trigonometry, that is one trignon, that means a triangle, and metry, that means metron. Metron is nothing but a measure. Measure. So we come to an end that a trigonometry means a triangle and metron means a measure in which it deals with the side lengths and the angles. So let's move this aside. So now let me give you an example in our day-to-day life to know about the trigonometry. So here is a girl who is standing near a tree. And if she wants to know the height of this tree, this is the height of the tree. Let me mark as H. So to know the height of the tree, first of all she need to find the distance of this ground level from her to the tree. And now the angle from her feet to the top of the tree, the angle here. So here let me mark as A, B, and at the top of the tree C. Now the distance between A and B is known, and if this angle, let me name as theta. So if this angle and the distance between A and B is known, then it is possible to find the height of this tree. But we have a question that how it can be possible. Don't worry. So let's learn first the trigonometry identities, trigonometry functions and trigonometry ratios. And there are many more to learn. Now let me ask you a question. What do you think that which kind of triangle is used in trigonometry? Yes, you guess it right. The trigonometry always deals with only one kind of triangle, and it is none other than the right angle triangle. This is a right angle triangle. Right angle triangle. Now we will learn all the 6 basic functions of trigonometry by using a right angle triangle. This is a right angle triangle at 90 degree, and let this angle be theta. Theta equal to angle. Now this will be the side which is adjacent to the theta, adjacent AD, and this will be the side which is opposite to the theta. Let me write opposite as OP, and the side which will be opposite to the right angle will be the hypotenuse. So this is the side which is adjacent to this theta, and this is the side which is opposite to the theta. This is the theta, and it is based for adjacent and the opposite, and this right angle is only based for the hypotenuse, as this is the side which is opposite to the right angle triangle. Just please try to observe these both pictures as I told you that this is the opposite side, this is the adjacent side, but for other right angle triangles this always will not be possible, that this side is only the adjacent or this side is only the opposite. Just try to observe this second picture, that here is the opposite and here is the adjacent. So it is always based on this angle. This is a theta, angle theta. These two will always be based on this theta, and hypotenuse will always be based on this right angle triangle. Now here I have presented you some of the simple terms and meanings of what I explained you till now, so that you can understand it more better when a right angle triangle is given. You can stop the video and take a screenshot of this if you want. So now I am going to explain you the 6 trigonometry functions. There are 6 trigonometry functions. They are sine, cosine, I am writing the full forms, tangent, cotangent, secant, and the last one is cosecant. Here we can see that two words sound similar, sine, cosine, tangent, cotangent. That is because they are related to each other. Now when an angle theta is given, we name it as sine theta, cos theta, cos theta, then tan theta. Remember that these sine, cosine, tangent, these are the long forms, and here we have to call it only as sine, cos, tan, cot, sec and cosec. So it's easy that sine theta, cos theta, tan theta, cot theta, sec theta, cosec theta. Okay. As I explained you about trigonometry functions, now there are trigonometric ratios. Let me explain you about the trigonometric ratios. This is a right angle triangle at 90 degree. This is the theta. Here opposite, adjacent, and here hypotenuse. And let me tell you that all the trigonometry ratios are always based on this right angle triangle, based on this opposite side, based on this adjacent, and based on this hypotenuse. Now first let me explain you the ratios of first trigonometry functions. Sine theta, cos theta, and tan theta. Sine theta equals to opposite by hypotenuse. Cos theta equals to adjacent by hypotenuse. And tan theta equals to opposite by adjacent. As I already told you that all the 6 trigonometry functions are related to each other or similar to each other. So let me explain you how they are related to each other. Cosec theta equal to 1 by sin theta. As we know that the ratio of sin theta is opposite by hypotenuse, so 1 by, in place of sin theta, opposite by hypotenuse, which will be equal to hypotenuse by opposite. So we have got the ratio of cosec theta, that is hypotenuse by opposite. As sec theta is related to cos theta, so sec theta equals to 1 by cos theta. And as cos theta is equal to adjacent by hypotenuse, so adjacent by hypotenuse. Which will be equal to hypotenuse by adjacent. So sec theta equals to hypotenuse by adjacent. Now cot theta equals to 1 by tan theta, which will be 1 by opposite by adjacent, as here tan theta equals to opposite by adjacent. So answer will be adjacent by opposite. 1 by opposite by adjacent equals to adjacent by opposite. Cot theta equals to adjacent by opposite. Now I am going to explain you a problem from exercise level point 1, which is our fourth question. It is given that if cos A equals to 12 by 13, then we have to find sin A and tan A, and A is less than 90 degree. See, already it is given that cos theta equals to adjacent by hypotenuse. We got adjacent equals to 12 and hypotenuse is 13. First of all, to find sin A and tan A, we need to find the opposite, because here adjacent and hypotenuse are given. So to find opposite, this is a right angle triangle A, B and C here. This is hypotenuse, which we got as 13, and the theta is here, so this will be the adjacent, 12. We need to find the opposite side to get sin A and tan A. So we need to find the opposite side BC by Pythagoras theorem. So by Pythagoras theorem, AC square equals to AB square plus BC square. AC square hypotenuse, that is 13 square, and AB is 12 square plus BC square. Now 13 square 169 and 12 square is 144 plus BC square. Now BC square equal to 169 minus 144. BC square equals to 169 minus 144 is 25. So BC equals to root 25 and root 25 is 5. We got the answer, that is BC equals to 5, and that is the opposite. Now we need to find sin A and tan A. So sin A equals to opposite by hypotenuse. Opposite is BC and hypotenuse is AC. That means 5 by AC equals to 13. We have got sin A equals to 5 by 13. Now tan A, that is opposite by adjacent. Opposite is BC by AB, that is 5 by 12. As the question is sin A and tan A, so we have got sin A equals to 5 by 13 and tan A equals to 5 by 12. This is the answer, sin A and tan A. Now I am presenting you this simple model which I made about trigonometric values so that you people can understand it better. These are the trigonometric functions from sine to the cosec theta, and these are the angles: 0 angle, 30 angle, 45, 60 and the 90. So for 0 degree sin theta value is 0, cos theta is 1. For same like that, the values for 30 degree sin to cosec theta are here. For 45, for 60, and the last the 90 degrees. Sin theta is 1, cos theta is 0, tan is not defined, sec is not defined, cosec is 1. Now I am going to explain you about the trigonometric identities. So first let me tell you that there are also reciprocal identities, and they are cosec theta equal to 1 by sin theta, sec theta equal to 1 by cos theta, then cot theta equal to 1 by tan theta, then tan theta equal to sin theta by cos theta. So these are the reciprocal identities. Now trigonometric identities. First one is sin square theta plus cos square theta equal to 1. This is one identity, and let me explain you there are more identities in this. How? They are sin square theta equal to 1 minus cos square theta, which will also be cos square theta equal to 1 minus sin square theta. Now this is another identity in which sec square theta minus tan square theta equal to 1. That is also sec square theta equal to 1 plus tan square theta. Also sec square minus 1 equal to tan square theta. Now the last one is cosec square theta minus cot square theta equal to 1. Also cosec square theta equal to 1 plus cot square theta. Cot square theta equal to cosec square theta minus 1. I have already presented you 3 identities. So these are all what I explained you till now. And we have to also remember that before theta they will be square, not after theta. Now here is a small problem on identities, that is sec A into 1 minus sin A, sec A plus tan A. Let me explain you its solution. First, sec A minus sec A, because sec A into 1. Then sin A sec A plus tan A. Now sec A minus sec A is also equal to its reciprocal, that is 1 by cos A and sin A. Sec A again plus tan A. Now sec A minus tan A. Tan A, because sin A by cos A is tan A, so tan A. Now here sec A plus tan A. Now this is A plus B, A minus B, so A square minus B square. It is sec square A minus tan square A. Here I have given you the picture of the problem so that you can understand it more clearly and better. I hope that you people have understood what I explained you till now, and thank you for watching. Thanks.